Hi, welcome to Amateur Green Thumbs. I'm Lisa, and this is my 4 or 5 year old jade, which, as you can see, has gone leggy. I had a baby about 2 years ago, and I had to pull my plants back away from the window out of harm's way. This poor jade kind of collapsed, but it got out on the balcony last year in the summer and put out a bunch of new growth along the stems. So what I'm going to do, and it hurts me to do this, but I'm going to because I know it'll do better. I'm going to cut these droopy stems off. I'll keep this one, but I'll cut these droopy ones. And I haven't decided if I'm going to put them back in the plant. I've already got some leaves propagating in there, so I might put them in another planter. So stay tuned. So as you can see, these are drooping. They're even drooping a little bit lower than the pot. So I'm going to I don't want to. Please don't hate me. I need to get some proper shears. These are good, but they're just kitchen shears. I need to get some good gardening shears. Hint, hint to my husband. I'm going to cut it a bit there. Oh, there's a little. I'm going to pluck that off and stick it in some dirt. This actually fell off the plant stand. It was knocked over several months ago, and this whole piece, you can see, this whole piece broke off, and I just stuck it back in the dirt, and it started growing again. So that's why I'm thinking this is gonna work. You're all curvy. This is when it started getting light again. It started curving up again. Can you see? It's got a few little. It's gonna focus. There we go. Little aerial roots already, so that should help. How are we looking? Better? I'm gonna cut that off too. Please don't hate me. It won't though. It is actually going to give these little these little buds. More energy to grow. Okay, so let's assess the damage here. Still looks not too bad. Kind of like it to go that way a bit more so it's not all hanging, you know? So maybe I will. I have these pockets. That one's, oh, look at that, it's rooting. So I'm going to take the ones that are in there and stick them in with here. I have a spoon. A fork. I need gardening tools. You may think you don't need gardening tools because they're indoor plants, but indoor tools can never. Stick you there for now. That one hasn't. See how that one hasn't quite gotten going yet either. And that's one starting to kind of rot at the end, so I'm just going to chuck it. Situate these little guys. I've seen people just stick them, lay them flat on the ground, on the dirt. I have seen, this is generally what I've done. I don't know if it's right or not, but I'm no expert. Okay, moving on to these guys. I think what I'm going to do is cut, so there's about a couple of inches, and then stick them in the dirt. Some of them are pretty wonky. It's a saxophone. Believe it or not. And this, I will experiment and stick in some water, I think. See if I can get some roots going or some growth going. I did that with a philodendron vine that didn't have any foliage, and it's starting to grow some foliage and has some really good roots going. So where there's a will, life finds a way. This one I'm definitely going to try to root. This should start curving back up again. Actually, I'm gonna water this first. This is just water in a cat litter container. That's how I rinsed it. I washed it. I just, that's how I'm going to let my water sit for 24 hours. Just to let that chlorine evaporate off. And I'm just watering it so that the new branches I'm putting in start sucking up water right away, and it's a little easier to get them in there. So I'm just kind of bury them just a little bit. And I rarely touch this plant. I just like to look at it. So it should be okay. Some of those leaves will probably die off. I'm rethinking, sorry. I rarely think things all the way through before I do them, and end up changing my mind. Since they're already kind of bending this way, I'm going to just take that right off. Anyway, and add that to the other pot. I'm going to just kind of take advantage of that and hang them off there, stick them in the soil, and then they'll be able to grow back up. Okay. Finished. I'll update you guys in about a month or so, maybe, see how things are going with them.